lyrics, Tom, are always permeated with those broken American dreams, you know, the desolation, the loneliness. Is that America to you?
I don't know. I don't think it's intrinsically American, but people identify me with the American experience. I don't know. People say, "Oh, you write about prostitutes. You write about people with drink, people." But I think I try to write about a variety of things, and not just one group of people, one thing. If you're a writer, you have to kind of open up your head. You know, so.
But there is a point that, you know, you go because that point is more interesting for you sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. I'll go there. Yeah, I will go there.
I can see you go. What is your creative process like? I mean, is it painful?
It's really an expedition. My musical life is very thrilling for me. It's more like a carnival, I guess, because I love to be look for new things to. I like to have expeditions in music, and I like to work with musicians who are open to that experience, so that we will all go on some very strange journey to some place we've never been before.
The unknown, it's like the sort of discovery, really.
Yeah, and I'm kind of the, although there are moments in the music that are very democratic, I'm really the captain. But we are like a ship, and I've had thrilling moments in music with groups where we've all found ourselves marooned in very scary places, and that's what I look for.
But where did you get your characters?
I read the newspaper and look out the window and walk around. I just watch and listen. I listen to people. I write things down. I do what every writer does.
Do you take them from people you met sometimes?
Sure. Yeah. I have my own memories. I have my own experiences. I draw on my own life and the memories and the experiences of others, and also very real and imagined things. So.
Do you think your dark areas drive you to create?
Oh yeah. You know, the thing is, though, for me, it's always like when you know at the circus there used to be a little thing that comes out that you used to. It was like a little steam shovel, and you would turn the crank, and it would lift this little steam shovel down, and it would drop down into a little pile of treasure, and there'd be candy and watches and things in there. And then you'd turn it back the other way, and hopefully bring out something that you wanted. And you never get the pearl necklace, and you never get the watch. You never get what you really saw on the other side of the glass. You get a little
small
piece of candy with a little wax paper wrapped around it. You know.
You have to go and go, keep going.
Yeah, and you spend more and more money trying to get the watch.
Or energy, or...
Yeah.
Or...
It's like remembering a dream. You're not going to remember everything about the dream. You're going to maybe just wake up with some feathers in your hair. You know?
Yes.
And that's all. You know.
You have this introspective, bohemian, melancholic, dark image. Is that the way you feel?
I don't know. Sometimes just a perfume. I try to more and more be open to letting something take me away. Just could be a word or a sentence, and then I'm gone. I'm trying to learn how to do that more and more. So.
What are you trying to learn?
I guess I'm trying to dig to China, like I did when I was a little kid. I used to think that if I started digging a hole that I could keep digging, and eventually I'd see a little Chinese guy on the other side digging in my direction.
In the same direction.
Yeah, and we would meet,
Yeah,
I would be in China, and then he would come to America.
Any AT is welcome.
The way?
However, someone from other planets is
yeah.
going to be welcome.
Now, I think that the space program really should send musicians into space.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's the easiest way to talk and to have communication. Yeah.
I don't know why someone hasn't recommended it. I don't know why.
We can do it right now.
Yeah.
You can do it. Let's write a letter. And well, your career has been built in this, in this image of an outsider. Do you still feel like one? Tom Waits é daqueles artistas que mergulham nas suas músicas 24 horas por dia. Para ele, tudo é música. De qualquer objeto, Tom Waits tira um som e vibra com ele. Logo de cara, a gente nota sua postura intensa e, ao mesmo tempo, perturbada. Tom Waits não é um personagem fácil. Your career has been built in this, in this image of an outsider. Do you still feel like one?
Sure, yeah, I feel like an outsider. I'm not that comfortable in the whole community of entertainers. I have a lot of my friends are are artists and singers, but I still don't feel like comfortable being a part of this celebrity or a group of people.
Yeah, you haven't chosen the mainstream, but you were a celebrity. I mean, you were famous, you were rich. But inside of you, you still feel like one. Even with the millions of dollars.
See, I don't know. I've always imagined that people who have arrived at a certain level of celebrity must become like politicians, that all of the people that got you to where you are will want you to be nice to them, or they'll cut the string and you'll come crashing down like a puppet. So, when you become president and then you realize that everyone in business who got you there, and you have to kiss everybody's ass.
Yeah, he was late.
So I always imagined that this is the same in entertainment, and there are people who are very, very famous and very powerful in show business, and I always thought that was what it was like. So I think I'm kind of
far from this.
Yeah.
But do you think you still keep your freedom?
Oh yeah.
No.
Totally. Do anything I want. Go anywhere I want.
That's great. Have you had this fascination with the underbelly of society since you were a boy?
Yeah. Maybe. I have a lot of things that happened to me when I was a kid that I think about a lot that are, you know, we used to play a little game and we'd bury ourselves in the sand out in the desert up to our necks, and then we'd wait for the vultures to start circling over our heads.
Did they come?
Oh yeah. One by one, the whole sky would fill with vultures, and we would sit perfectly still. And then the bravest one would land and make his way over to where we were. And you could smell them when they got behind your ear. And then you'd hear the wind from their wings as they leaned back, and their neck would twist into like a question mark as they got ready to take your eyes out of your head. And that's when you reach up and snap them and swing them over your head like a black lariat.
Interesting boy. Interesting childhood.
It's interesting childhood, yeah.
You said that you came from a broken home.
Broken right in two. Snap.
Yeah?
Well, but then I realized that everyone I knew also came from a broken home. So then I felt really like relieved in a way.
I'm just like the others.
Yeah, I'm just like you. My home also is broken, and so it was okay.
What was your childhood like? I mean, besides the vultures, rich guy, poor guy?
Suburbs.
Suburbs.
Yeah, LA suburbs. And but I think every child has his own personal mythology about where he grows up, and for a child, big things are even so much bigger, and small things are smaller, and it is like Alice in Wonderland, and everything is like a funhouse mirror. And for me, all my memories in childhood are like kind of like circus images, all out of focus, and
very dramatic, you mean?
Everybody's childhood is dramatic, I guess. You only have one of them.
Yeah, I think, you know, nothing changed, you know, afterwards. Things are still the same. We are still dramatic, aren't we?
Well, I think the things that happen when you're a kid keep changing as you remember them in a different way. It's like reading a book. When you're older, it's the same book, but it's different because you're different. You know.
Where were you born?
I was born in what they call Butt Town, Los Angeles.
Because, you know, there's a story about you being born in a taxi.
Yeah.
And is it true?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Are you telling me,
yes,
is it
sometimes,
true?
Yeah.
Because you like to put people on, I know that. You know, how can I be sure that you are not putting me on?
Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll have to call my parents. I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah. Are you a liar?
Am I a liar? Every day I lie about something.
Yeah, do you enjoy lying?
Lying, well, I don't know. Lying is a hard word. I play with the truth a little bit. I do it when I'm writing something, and then I find that it's a bad habit that I picked up in my work that I've also brought into my life, and.
But it's fun.
It's become kind of an illness of mine.
Do you think so? Do you feel guilty? I mean.
No.
No.
So it's fine.
It's fun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, I like your sense of humor. I laugh reading the way you talk to your songs. I mean, you say, "You sissy, you little bastard, you wimp."
But did I say that?
You said.
Talking to the songs.
To the songs, yeah.
You have to tell the songs that if they don't straighten up, they can't come with you. They can't go on the record.
They obey you?
Some do, some don't. The ones that don't will be sorry. So, but you know, songs are like, they happen very fast. Most of them, the best ones happen very fast. They come out of the ground just like a potato. All you have to do is just pull. You know, sometimes there's 7 of them there. Some of them go on to do great things and never write. Others come back home. You know. They're very, the best ones are written quickly and are, you know, the thing that most people don't realize is that you wrote thousands of songs before you even learned how to talk. That the best songs are songs that no one has ever heard. I think they're very difficult to record. I don't think that the recording process is something that songs particularly enjoy, and therefore...
Do you think they don't deserve it?
Sometimes you don't feel like you deserve a particular song, or you don't want, you let it go. All right, I'm gonna let you go, just go.
And you don't feel some loss? You're missing something? No, that's okay.
There's others. Thousands of them. When it's songs, you know, forget about it. There's always another one. Or it goes on to somebody else will write it down.
Who? Let's see.
Bob Dylan or
Bob Dylan.
Somebody else.
Okay, you know. Okay. You are a songwriter, a poet, an actor. Do you think you put your whole soul, you know, your whole self in everything you do?
I don't know.
Tom Waits é um compositor que a gente pode chamar de selvagem. Apesar de atuar de corpo e alma no showbiz, ele mantém os seus sapatos no underground e a cabeça no céu. Logo que ele chegou para a nossa entrevista, ele demorou uns 10 minutos para sentar. Ele parecia inquieto, muito incomodado com as câmeras. Mas aos poucos ele foi sentindo confiança e finalmente sentou e nos deu essa estranha e divertida entrevista que vocês vão ver agora. You are a songwriter, a poet, an actor. Do you think you put your whole soul, you know, your whole self in everything you do?
I don't know. Sometimes, not every time. Sometimes you're all out of Tabasco sauce.
Spicy.
The more Tabasco you gotta go with.
On fire.
Yeah.
And
So,
sometimes just a soup, a plain soup.
Just a nice plain soup with a little bit of pepper. A nice little napkin and a silver spoon.
Sometimes very clean, sometimes diving in the dirt.
In the soup. Sometimes you dive
In the
right
Tabasco.
right off the spoon and into the soup. Sometimes, what were we talking about? Songs.
Tabasco, spicy
oh,
things,
spicy,
hot times.
Yeah.
We are talking about the heat.
Okay, the heat, yeah.
You know, you had lots of jobs. Waiter,
Yeah.
pianist in the Tropicana Motel. Dun, 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 dun. What are your memories of this period?
Well, you see, that was a hotel that was, you know, really a businessman's hotel when it started out. It was a $9 a night motel for like Fuller Brushman and people who were been on the road for. It wasn't really a music hotel when I first came there, although it had been in the early '60s. It had fallen into this kind of, I don't know, the people who used to stay there were, you know, people, well, $9 a night is, you're going to attract a certain crowd. And slowly it got a reputation for bands. A lot of bands started staying there. And I had a place in the back, and I was very happy back there. Fresh towels, clean-up maids. It was very nice. They painted the swimming pool black, was the last thing I remember they did there.
A black swimming pool is something?
A black swimming pool, yeah. That's like painting your teeth black so you don't have to brush them anymore. You know? And I knew that it was really finished for me there.
You said, that's enough.
That's enough.
I can't stand it anymore. That's the
Yeah.
drop, the last drop.
That was the last drop of Tabasco
Yeah.
for me, yeah.
And then?
I moved to New York, and I lived in a lot of different places.
And have you been through really, really rough times in your life?
Lots of different kinds of times. Good times, bad times.
Rough?
Like everybody else. Yeah, I've been through some rough times. Yeah.
What is a rough time?
Pow.
Pow?
Well, well, some of them were rough at the time, but as I remember them, they're actually kind of funny.
Because you said, I like things that are kind of falling apart.
Well,
do you feel that about yourself sometimes?
that I'm falling apart.
We all feel
Right
that.
here on the show.
Now here you are.
I'm okay.
Wonderful.
Falling apart. Well, you know, when you come from a broken home, I think you're always going to be attracted to things that are also broken. You're going to want to find something that's broken and try and put it back together. You're going to feel sorry for that broken radio or that broken guitar. Or, you know, you will. You just, you know, it's
You
normal.
will feel sorry, but are you going to try to fix it?
Yeah.
Or? Yeah?
Yeah.
Ah.
So, that's normal.
You went through a self-destructive period in your life. I mean, you know.
Gee, I don't know. Yeah, I guess perhaps I did. Yeah. So, but, you know.
I mean, alcohol, drugs, you know.
Everything, baby.
You tell me.
I'm gonna tell you right here where the camera's running, all the terrible things I did. You turn off the cameras and I'll tell you what.
Okay, let's do it right now. Turn it off. Your lyrics talk about suicide, murder. How far do you allow yourself to go?
Not far enough.
I know you're still here.
Well, I think you have to let down the, you know, the biggest drawback to making these things really work is yourself. You really have to face your own inability to go forward. I think in stories and in songs, you get a little scared sometimes, or you're uninhibited, or you're nervous or worried, or you don't want to go too far from home, or just like when you're a kid. You know? How far? I used to fly a kite. I would get the kite till it was this big in the sky. I had like thousands and thousands of feet of string until the kite would disappear, and I could barely see it.
Taking the risks to have it disappeared.
Yeah, and then when I cut the string,
Just cut.
and then I go look for it, and I go everywhere. I go 10 miles away into everybody's backyard, people I didn't know, and there were dogs that I didn't know, and there were strange neighborhoods, and I was just looking for my kite. You know? And I found it sometimes. It was a big thrill to find a kite that was that small in the sky that fell.
After cut it,
Yeah.
on purpose.
Yeah.
You're, in this album, there are so many references to death.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever come very close to suicide?
Me?
Who else?
I've thought about it. Everybody's thought about it. What would it feel like? For people who are very depressed, thoughts of suicide are like erotic thoughts. These are the thoughts you toy with that make you very excited. The idea of ending it all, you know, is very thrilling. It can be this fast, you know. Yeah. But for me, I don't know. I thought about it from a dramatic standpoint. I don't think if I had really been thinking about it, it already would have happened.
You would try?
I never try. No, but I think about it.
And murder? Além de músico, Tom Waits é um ator. E ele fez muito sucesso em filmes como Down by Law, do Jim Jarmusch, e o último do Hector Babenco, Brincando nos Campos do Senhor. O nosso encontro no seu estúdio, no meio de um campo da Califórnia, foi repleto de pausas e climas. Mesmo sem estar atuando, Tom Waits se mostra um personagem dos mais interessantes.
That hurt. He's in the vat. We're gonna have to shut it off, let it cool down. It could take all night.
You're in my way now, Buck. You talk real nice to Kenny. You hear me? You're gonna go in that vat with enough lead in you to make you sink.
And murder?
Murder, no, oh, well, you know, I thought about murder, too. The idea of murdering a stranger, though, has always seemed ridiculous. That if you're going to murder someone, it should be a family member, you know, because you have all these pent-up, you know, resentments and anger towards people in your family, and that if you're going to really do the big one, it shouldn't be someone you don't know. It should be someone you can really communicate with, that you've had an ongoing thing, and finally, you know.
Shakespeare, great Greek